Microphone all set. Now we just gotta wait for YouTube Studio. Yeah. All right, we are ready to go. Right. I see myself on YouTube Studio, which is always a good sign. Yeah. That tells me the stream is running. Yep. What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Ohio State live stream for you guys today. A little later start time than we're used to. Game starts in about 13 minutes, according to the kickoff show. And as you see, Ohio State on the road today at West Lafayette, Indiana, Ross-Ade Stadium. And I will say, not a looking stadium. Of course, they did some renovations to the Sand Zone over here. What was it, a couple years ago? I think Ohio State was in Ross-Ade right after the renovations were done. Bad looking end zone. Kind of reminds me of what Vanderbilt did, just not as a larger scale. Yeah, they beautified their stadium up a little bit. Still kind of gives you that high school feel though, a little bit. Not as bad as Ryan Field did. Oh, geez. You know, if you didn't know any better, and if you went to Northwestern, you would have thought you made a wrong turn and you ended up at a high school stadium. But now, of course, they're getting their new stadium done probably by next year. I think Ohio State goes to Northwestern in 2 years, something like that. Anyways, for the betting people out there, because people will bet on this game, I can already say that for sure, because people are degenerates these days when it comes to betting. Ohio State opened as 26.5 point favorites. And as we are very close to kickoff, they are 29.5 point favorites. The over-under is up to 49.5, damn near 50 points. Ohio State might score 50 alone in this game, the way they are. And then the money line for the Buckeyes is minus 20,000. Hey, yo. And for Purdue is plus 3,000. Damn. Of course, this is Ohio State's second to last road game of the season. They will be home against UCLA next week as they welcome Nico and the Bruins to the shoe. And then they have Rutgers. And then, of course, the game, not Triple H or the rapper. They play the game in Ann Arbor to end the year. And then, God willing, we'll be in the Big Ten championship game if everything holds. And as far as our opponent right now in that game, if it were to end today, we would be playing Indiana. Now, Indiana currently is up over Penn State. Haven't really been paying attention to that game. Keeping close tabs, I think. What's up, Jets? Hola. Yeah. Let me actually fix the scoreboard. Oh, I just saw something fall from my ceiling. Like these stupid little stink, not stink bugs, ladybugs that be flying around in here. Things are freaking annoying. It's like an invasion. All right, so yeah, we should be underway here within the next 5-ish minutes or so, give or take a few. Oh man, can't believe it's already freaking November. Oh. All right, real quick. Yeah, leading. Let's do the leading stat getters for each team. Willie Insane leads the way in passing yards for Ohio State, 2,188 passing yards. He's 176 for 218, 23 tutties, 3 picks. Bo Jackson, leading running back as a freshman, 538 yards, 81 carries, 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Smith, of course, is the leading receiver, 55 receptions for 725 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. Hayden Curry, 7 sacks. What a year he's had. And then Arvell Reese, the freak, mini Jeremiah, 54 tackles on the year. Of course, Ohio State coming off an impressive win over Penn State. You know, coming off the bye, they looked a little sleepy at the beginning. Penn State was hanging around, and then they shut them out in the second half, 21 unanswered points. Now, for Purdue, Ryan Brown is the leading passer, of course. 163 for 266, 1,822 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Michael is their leading running back. He's actually out for the year. He had 125 carries, 4 touchdowns, and 521 rushing yards. Jackson III is their leading receiver. 50 receptions, 456 yards, 1 touchdown. Nunnally is their leading sack getter with 5 sacks. And Rael, I believe he's a former Memphis Tiger, 81 tackles as the defensive back. And like I said in my preview video, Purdue has lost 3 of the last 4 games by 1 possession, pretty much, like 1 touchdown less. They're coming off a 5-point loss to the team up north in Ann Arbor. Their one loss that was more than a touchdown was a 19-0 loss to Northwestern. So we got about 7.5 minutes before kickoff. All right, so we got all that taken care of now. Of course, Big Ten standings, Indiana, Ohio State, obviously top of the tier, top of the class. USC won last night. They're 5-1. Team up north, I think they're on a bye, I want to say. Oregon's got a tough one with Iowa. And I heard Decorian Moore might be out. Ooh. They're both 4-1 in the conference. Minnesota, 4-2. Washington, 3-2. UCLA's 3-2. Then you get to the teams that are kind of out of it. Nebraska, Illinois, Northwestern. They're not going to get in there. No. And then you have the teams that are like done for. Maryland, Rutgers, each have 1 win in the conference. Penn State, they stink. Never thought that would happen. My God. 0-5 in their conference. They were a team that people were picking to go to the Natty and possibly win the damn thing. They ended up in the freaking basement. They fired their coach. Wisconsin, Luke Fickell sticking around. They're 2-6 overall, 0-5 in the conference. Jonathan Smith and the Spartans, they're 0-6 in the conference. I would not be shocked if he gets canned after the season. And then Purdue, they're 0-6 in the conference. And if we have our way, they're going to be 0-7. Wow. What's up, Stephen Rose? Ohio State will win 52-7. I mean, if Purdue even scores. Yeah, Smith and Tate they're insane. Tate will be a first-round receiver this year, and then after next year, Jeremiah's going to be top 5 pick. West Virginia winning. Hope Ohio State wins. I was watching the West Virginia game before I turned it to this one. Yeah, they're beating the team I call YouTube University over there in Colorado. Yeah. Did you watch SmackDown last night? Oh, Drew McIntyre? Yeah, I saw that. I watched the very end of it after the Cavs game. Yeah. I think I turned it to SmackDown right as Ray Fenix lost. And yeah. Freaking Drew McIntyre comes out of nowhere and freaking Claymore's the referee. It's like, okay, what are you doing that for, bum? He gets suspended. Dummy. You play Georgia next week? Yeah, that'll be a banger. We got UCLA next week at night in the shoe. Where's Purdue at? Rankings wise or actual like location? Because it's in West Lafayette, and when it comes to the conference, they're literally in the very bottom of the conference. They are the worst team in the conference. 2-7 overall, 0-6 in the conference. Now, as far as what the rest of the Big Ten is up to today, let's actually take a look at that real quick. They're showing their flashback to when Purdue actually beat Ohio State. That was a nightmare game. I still have nightmares of Rondale Moore breaking all those tackles and taking it into the end zone. So before we get to kickoff, as always, the crowd is like 65% Ohio State fans. You're gonna be a real sicko to be a Purdue fan and going to this game. But hey, that's cool. So for the Big Ten, if it wants to load up for me, location in West Lafayette, Indiana. Just west, I think it's like northwest of Indy. Oklahoma plays at Bama. Oh. Yeah, that'll be a good one. As there's Ohio State getting ready to come onto the field. And yep. Yeah, there's a whole lot of scarlet and gray in those stands. You see the student section over there in the end zone. The newly renovated end zone. That was renovated, I think, a few years ago. Oh, that red. Oh my God. There's one thing Ohio State fans do. It's they travel really well. Time to sit back and laugh at you bums getting blown out by Purdue in the polls. Oh, look, it's our favorite Marlins fan. Didn't even know that those fans existed. So, anyways, the rest of the Big Ten today, Penn State actually tied it up against Indiana. They're 7-7, middle of the second quarter. And then Maryland and Rutgers, they are getting underway in about an hour. Even more awkward start time, 2:30 on FS1. 3:30 will be Oregon, Iowa. I'll be sure to watch that game after our game is done. 4:30, Washington and Wisconsin. At 9 o'clock, we'll have Nebraska and UCLA facing off. And also, no more Dylan Raiola. He hurt himself last week. He's out for the year. I think it's TJ Lateef? I think that's who their quarterback is now. I want to say. It's unfortunate. But of course, this is Ohio State's second to last road game of the year. WSU 69, Purdue 9. See that? 52-7, says Stephen Rose. I could see that too. You know what, Stephen? I almost forgot. I've been meaning to do this because I don't see you in the chat much. But I'm going to hand you a wrench because that's what I give all the content creators and stuff. Kind of lets me know that you're an actual, like, real life person and not a troll. Standard mod. There we go. Not to mention, you freaking run the tournament that I do every year, so it's only right. Bama gets the 4 seed and they get a bye because they play Georgia and Memphis. As of right now, I mean, what can happen? Barry Odom, his first season as Purdue head coach. I mean, of course, Purdue was very active in the portal, as you'd expect. I believe he came over from UNLV. Yeah, they just a good time to be a Purdue fan right now, that's for sure. All right. So Purdue's rocking the black jerseys, gold pants, black helmets like you see in the scoreboard, although the P logo is actually black. Couldn't find that kind of logo on there. I mean, I could have taken the one from the gold helmet, worked a little magic with my editing skills and made it but nah, I decided not to. Welcome to the club. It's usually just putting spam bots in timeout. Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. My chats are usually pretty tame compared to some of the other chats that I've seen. So it looks like Ohio State. Let's see what they're doing here with it. There's Ryan Day. Ohio State is kicking off the start. So we will see Purdue do with the ball to start this game. Purdue do kick us away, and it goes in the end zone in front of, I said 65%. It's probably 85% Ohio State fans. Oh, this place, Horseshoe West, Ohio Stadium West. 79% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, no picks for Ryan Brown last week. On the season, 61%, 9 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So he's had a little bit of trouble not turning the ball over. So here's Ryan Brown, 1st and 10 at their own 25. Shotgun formation. And hands it off. No gain. Hayden McDonald and Carey on the tackle. Yeah, Purdue fans only care about basketball. Thomas, Tuggle, Horton, Jackson, and Walker. Rico Walker, the tight end. That's their backs and receivers. Hanona, St. John, Joyner, Purvis, and Coley up front. Shotgun for Brown. Pressure. And he'll get about 2 yards on the pass. Michael Jackson. Okay, that's enough. I'm not going to do that anymore. Lavelle Reese and Styles at linebacker. Secondary, Matthews, Styles, Downs, McLean, and Nick Benosen. Of course, up front, you have like Jackson, Perry, Malone. It's a mixed front. 3rd and 8, back to pass. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. And he's going to get the 1st down. Lorenzo Styles with a feeble attempt at a tackle. Good penetration, but they let him escape. Smacked freaking Lorenzo Styles in the freaking face, man. Come on now. 57 rushes, 4 touchdowns this season for Brown on the ground. 168 rushing yards. So he can run. And Thomas gets about a yard. Alabama beat LSU because I hate LSU fans because their fans always throw trash. Seems to be a common theme at SEC games. Yeah, I still remember Texas fans last year against Georgia. They had that bad call, I guess, that they considered was a bad call. They threw garbage on the field, and the refs actually changed the call in their favor. Wow. Back to pass. Throws. Complete. And my camera is like, oh, my camera is like, just does not want to work today. Come on. Time to make the twitch. Okay. Camera decided not to work today, so I got to make the switch. Gotta make the switch. There we go. Gonna switch over to my other auxiliary camera. Back to pass. Pressure. It's caught. There'll be a gain of about 6. Not enough for the 1st down. My app's freezing up. That's wonderful. Always love it when the app freezes up. That's great. That is fantastic. All right. I think we're back, guys. Was their return. Ennis gets a few yards. All right. Got to adjust my camera because I had to make the switch. Because my main camera, the one that's actually on my computer, the built-in one, does this weird thing where it just glitches and it doesn't want to work anymore. All right, so we'll get the ball here. See what Ohio State can do with it. Oh yeah, that's right. West Virginia was honoring Steve Slayton today, College Football Hall of Fame. Wow. It's Franklin's at the West Virginia game. That's interesting. Huh. Nico Marshall. Yeah. All right. Lincoln Riley shuts down rumors that he's looking to leave USC. Yeah, why would he leave? All right. Blaine Bradford. Oh, someone said flip season. Yeah, he ain't leaving. Oh, he's talking about LSU. Nah. I think Blaine Bradford's going to leave for LSU when they don't even have a coach. And let me go to weak as, mid LSU when I can stay and play for a natty contender. Yeah. So this will be the first time we get to see the Ohio State offense today. Hopefully I get to watch a football game without no crybaby into my house. Ooh. That's a bond play. That's a good way to put it. All right, Sam, what you got for me, buddy? This is actually our first game of the year on actual, natural grass. This is the only game of the year on natural grass. Yeah. Shotgun for saying. Bo Jackson in at running back. Through a hole, breaks a tackle, goes to the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown on the first play of the game for the Buckeyes. Oh, and it's going to be coming back. Oh, this is a flag. This is a freaking flag. Finally get an explosive run and flag. Illegal block in the back. It's too good to be true. Man, they're playing at 1 o'clock. They must think they're the Browns today. Well, yeah, that's a tough play to call, though, but what was Jeremiah really supposed to do there? You didn't expect Bo Jackson to cut behind him like that. Okay. Okay, he's blocking. Okay. Really touched him, but okay. Ryan Day special, what happened? First and 7. Back to pass. Throws. It's Claire, the maker, first down. I even had him in my preview video on the Buckeye channel I have. Player, he's my X Factor today. I want to see him get in the end zone one time. That'd be awesome. For him, because I think he has a lot of friends in attendance, obviously, you know, I mean, former Boilermaker. It's got to be weird for him. 210 yards, 1 touchdown on the year, and 21 receptions. Back to pass. Here's Jeremiah. And he will get about 4. 3. Jackson, Smith, Tate, Kasmerick, and Claire, backs and receivers. Sirveld, Montgomery, Hinsman, Shabola, and Moore are the guys up front. No Daniels and no Padilla today. Sayan gets sacked. Just randomly, just randomly gets sacked. Like, okay, don't actually run around and evade the pressure. Just stand there. Hey, here comes a defender. Yeah, 51. What are you doing, buddy? Okay, I see what you're doing, but okay, yeah. West, you got to pick up the blitzer. Got to pick up that free man, dude. 3rd and 13. Be like the Browns, Buckeyes. I know you're playing at 1 o'clock. Don't be derping around here like the damn Browns. The Bungles, for that matter, too. Back to pass. Saying, oh, and he almost would have caught that to Graham. It was dirt. And we go, well, not 3 and out, but 4th down. That was a tough play, though. He threw a damn dart, though. Hands, and then he lost it. He got gator hands. He was hearing footsteps. So we're going to punt it away here. At West Lafayette's always a tricky spot because the environment's just weird to these guys. You're used to playing in front of 100K plus, and you're playing in front of a high school stadium pretty much. I saw the producer Robert Roode. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's funny though. Watching old Attitude Era Monday Night Raws and SmackDowns, comparing it to this stuff, it's different. Yeah. All right, let me turn this down. There we go. Uh, mm, Bo Jackson run was beautiful though. I mean, he cut it to the right, took off up the field. Flag. Oh yeah. Dylan Davis showing the turf before the game, all tore up. That's grass for you though. That's like the downside to turf. It's like the natural turf. Gets tore up and it's just But it is way safer than actual astroturf or synthetic stuff. Oh yeah, Graham would have had that catch, but he hears hearing footsteps. So Purdue takes over. All I'm gonna say is, well, Marlins, you better still be in the chat if we blow these guys out. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but I know what's gonna happen. We start blowing these guys out, and he'll disappear, like they always do. Here's a quick pass. Oh, by Downs. 9:41 to go in the first. Yeah, you're gonna get past Caleb Downs. Hell no. At their own 11 or 12-yard line. Yeah, that's okay. They're on 12. All right. Just past the 110. Shotgun for Brown. Back to pass. Pressure. Damn it. He got it away, but he was almost brought down. Pressure, though. Just wish he would have brought him down. His face, job by Curry to get the pressure. Just wish he would have been able to bring him down, but I'm not mad about that. It's incomplete. 5. Come on, guys, get off the field here. Should have gone for Brown. They were 5 of 12 on third down last week. Like I said, the one thing that would scare me is these guys keep it close because 3 of their 4 losses have come by 1 possession or less. Throws wide open. Oh, yeah, they really want to be the Browns today. Okay. Yep, they really want to be the Browns today. Leaving dudes open. Wow. What the heck was Caleb looking at? Caught with his eyes in the backfield again. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Gets about 2 yards on the run. Yeah, it's pretty clear. If you're Purdue, you're trying to slow this game down, take away possessions, essentially play keep away. Quick pass, first down. Yeah, of course. Buckeyes should be up 7-0, but yeah, flag. Of course. Back to pass. And it's just past the 43-yard line, I believe it is. Shotgun. Hands it off. He's about a yard shy to be 3rd and 1 or so. Quick pass. First down. Come on, defense. They're looking like the damn Browns out here. Skins are playing 1. Cedric Tillman was activated today. Who cares? Happy he's back, but dude, really, I don't care. 1st and 10. And they swallow him up. Gets back maybe a yard. Okay, so we got about a 3/4 of a yard pretty much. Oh my god, dude. Second and 9. Hot. Gets about 8, 7 yards. 3rd down. Dude, see, these guys aren't even getting pressure. So they really are trying to be the Browns now. Why? Why would you want to be like them? Then 2. See if they can actually get off the field here. I doubt it with the way this is going so far. Yeah, actually, ooh, nice penetration. Jake Houston on the penetration. Loss of a couple. 4th down. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at the 3 points here. And so this would be a field goal attempt coming up for Spencer Porath. He's 11 of 12 on the season. His longest was 50. This is a 40-yard attempt. Not sure about the elements. I don't think there's any wind. Watch us block it. He got it. 3-0 Purdue. Ohio State has only had 1 possession so far. And we're 4:23 to go here in the first quarter. Again, we should have been up 7-3 or whatever, but no. Nope. Ref. Flag. Pass pro from a freshman running back will always keep a coach up at night. Yep. Mm-hmm. Get some score updates while we're waiting. Do you think the Niners can beat the Rams tomorrow night? Yeah. I picked the Rams to win in that pick'em stream that I did. But the Niners could very well beat them. It's possible. Let's get some score updates. ESPN will give us the score updates, of course. Be right back. Okay, let's take a look at some scores from around the country. Around the country. I wish if I could have any sort of sponsor for this kind of stream stuff, for this segment, Speedway would be amazing. Around the country. Yeah. 17-7 Indiana over Penn State. Late in the first half. 13-0 Texas Tech over BYU. Ole Miss up 14-0. And that's it for the top 25. Now, in general, Browns have activated Cedric Tillman and signed Christopher Edmonds to the active roster. I do not care. 17-3 SMU, 16-9 West Virginia. Late in the first half. James Madison up 21-9 over Marshall. Temple over Army 10-7. Liberty over Missouri State 7-0. Bowling Green and EMU, Eastern Mich, tied at 7. So Ohio State will get the ball for the second time today. Trolling in the first quarter gimmick. Yep, classic. And touchback. Let's see what Ohio State looks like on the second drive. Bo Jackson's best run of the season negated due to a penalty. That's a very Browns thing to have happen, too. Happened to Quinshon Judkins earlier this year. Throws of 40-plus yards. He's 8 of 9. Yeah, he's very good on those deep throws. By the way, is Carnell Tate out there? I don't think so. Hands it off to Jackson. He'll get about 2. Hope Tate didn't get hurt during warm-ups or something. Second and 8. Shotgun for Sayin. Still formation. Hands it off to Jackson. He'll get about another 4. Third down. Oh, man. Ryan Day, please stop the trolling. Seriously, where is Tate at? Still not out there. Did he hurt himself during practice or something? During warm-ups? Back to pass. Oh, nice snag by Innes. First down. That's why you got it, Brendan Innes. But yo, where's Tate at? Like, seriously, where's Carnell? Can't tell if he's up there or not. And there's Jeremiah. All right, 1st and 10. Hands it off. Gets about 2. Let me see if I can find that, because I'm concerned now. Because if he's out, teams don't have to worry about him, and they just can double cover, triple cover Jeremiah. But that's where Brendan Innes needs to really show out. My dog is even wondering the same thing. Where the hell is Jeremiah? Where the hell is Connell at? He is in uniform on the sideline. Hope it wasn't a disciplinary thing. Throws. His flag's down. This flag's down, and he still caught it. Going to the ground. This ruling is. Watch this play. So, boom, boom. But yeah, no Carnell's still out there. I don't know what the heck happened. I don't think it would be injury, because people would have said it. Nobody said anything. 1st and 10 at midfield. Hands it off. Jackson gets about 2. See, that run that was negated, that's probably going to be his best run of the game, because he hasn't done anything like that since. Indiana's never beaten Penn State at home. In Penn State? Damn. Well, there's always a time for a first, I guess. All right, 2nd and 8. Officially in Purdue territory. Sayin rolls, throws, caught. First down to Jeremiah inside the 35. Yeah, it's a disciplinary, like he did a no-no. I don't know what the heck he'd do. Wait for curfew or something? I don't know. Or he hurt himself during warm-ups. I hadn't heard a thing heading into this game. Usually the writers and the people that cover the team would be like, oh, he hurt himself, But no, nobody said a word. I don't think Ryan Day would address it either. Probably disciplinary. Back to pass. Throws it deep. And it's Jeremiah inside the 5. Yeah, he's like, no, Cornell, I'm a cook then today. That's some 4-on-4 action. Oh, what a snag. Oh, wow. Goes up, gets it. Wow. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Buckeyes looking to punch it in. Uh, all right. It's like Ohio State. Oh, Chua. Oh, there you are. Chua Lore. All right. 10-4, good buddy. Man. Yeah. I'm just wondering what the heck happened to Cornell. Like I said, it's either two things, really. Disciplinary, or he hurt himself doing warm-ups. But I hadn't heard anything. Usually if someone gets hurt during warm-ups, the writers and stuff would say something about it, but nothing. Hasn't been a word. Tony Grimes. Oh yeah. That's right, he's at Purdue now. That was the corner that Urban Meyer was recruiting like crazy at Ohio State. Yeah, I remember that. All right, so Ohio State with it inside the 5. Looking to punch it in. Looking to punch it in here right in front of the student section. CJ Donaldson in at running back. Wow. Well, Bell Reese either. Huh. Under center. Robert. Why are we giving the ball to a freaking 4th-string tight end? Now they're going I formation. Hands it off. And he'll punch his way in the end zone for the touchdown. CJ Donaldson. They call him C4. Yeah. Yeah, that's how he's best used. Short yardage, just have him punch it through. Ah, ah. Willen's out today? Of course he is. To back. Figured. Kick is up and good. And even with the blowout, it's like, yeah, we don't need him to play today. Wow. Ah. Oh, Dustin Land for the O's? That's cool. All right, so it is 7-3 Buckeyes. CJ Donaldson punches another one in the end zone. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. You look at what this team needs to do in the transfer portal this offseason. Running back, for sure, because he's CJ Donaldson's good, but he's not a Quinshawn. No. I mean, essentially, you get what you pay for. And the Buckeyes pretty clearly paid for a middle tier back that isn't Quinshawn Judkins. And, they could probably use some added pieces around the rest of the team, mainly up front in the trenches on defense, too. Because they're going to lose a lot of guys up front. Whether seniors or they transfer out, they're going to be losing a lot of dudes up front. In the secondary, too. I could see them maybe looking at a corner or two. Am I streaming the Cavs game? No. I said last night I'm not streaming the Cavs game tonight. Call me Lonzo Ball and Darius Garland, right? I don't do back-to-backs. Nah. I'm probably going to do a couple back-to-backs this year, but for the most part, nah. I know the matchup is big, but it's Saturday. I want to watch college football. Saturdays are for college football. Enough said. Hmm. Corian Moore is out today. That's tough. I would not be shocked if Oregon lost today. Iowa ain't nothing to laugh at. They're a damn good team. Iowa's just like Iowa. Kinnick Stadium is like Ross Ade and the old Ryan Field. You go there at night, wonky things happen. You think you can beat the Jets tomorrow? We better be able to beat the Jets. I mean, dang, if we don't beat the Jets, then we're just a mess and just fire everybody. You never know with the dang Browns. All right, so back for Purdue. Brown takes the snap, and Thomas, the heck was that whole thing? Like he just like stopped and like I don't know what the heck that was all about. Jackson would have had him, and he just like stopped. Just like stopped pursuing him. Complete. Second down. 7-3 Buckeyes. I picked y'all to win and TSF pick them. Nice. 13:49 to go in the first half, 2nd and 10. 96 total yards for us, 97 for them. Outcome for Brown. Back to pass, throws it deep, incomplete, out of bounds. Benosen. Benosen, man, I like that guy a lot, man. You know why I like to talk about how I call him I Grabison? He's an aggressive, physical defender. If he can actually just get in the habit of turning his head around when he's making a play on the ball, they ain't gonna throw flags on that. If you're actually playing the ball, then yeah, they'll let you go. But 3rd and 10, come on, guys, get off the field here. Back to pass. Out of time. Here he goes. He's gonna run. Sonny. He's short by about 3 yards. Good job by Sonny to chase him down. Down. Good tackle, Sonny. Good job, Sonny. All right, 4th and 3. There's Matt Patricia. Unit, and the punt's away. And there comes the fair catch. Just outside the 10. That's where Ohio State takes over. And now let's get another update on the scores. Oh, man. It's weird playing at 1 o'clock. So where they have it. Next week, 7:30 p.m. kickoff on NBC against UCLA at home. And then, of course, we have Rutgers. I'm just going to say that game is probably going to be a freaking afternoon game. See that game being 3:30. Again, that game could easily be a noon game. I think it'd be cool if they gave CBS the Rutgers game. That'd be cool. Okay, why is my feed buffering? Why is everything buffering? Come on, piece of garbage. Yeah, my freaking internet is slow as the molasses today, I see. Fantastic. Awesome. Internet just slows down out of nowhere. Gotta love freaking Frontier Internet. Just randomly starts slowing down. All right. All right, score updates here. Nothing Texas Tech at halftime. Most receiving yards through 8 games. Duos since 2000. Look at that. 225. Tate and Jeremiah, 1,436 yards, 17 touchdowns between the two of them. Buckeyes, it's outside their own 10. Under center, hands it off. Here's West. It's about another 2. He almost looked like it was going to be a loss, but he powered through for an extra few yards. Georgia up 24-7 at halftime. Not really surprising there. 28-0 Mississippi over Citadel. Again, not surprising. Hands it off again. Gets about 2. Dude, come on. Heartline trolling again. 18-9 at halftime. West Virginia over Colorado. All right. Okay, 3rd and 9. Shotgun, Claire motions up top. Watch out for him here. Him or Jeremiah? Doesn't even look like anybody's on Jeremiah. Throws. Caught. First down. That's Bryson Rogers. A rare sighting for Bryson. Gets a first down. Again, no Carnell Tate. No idea what happened. My guess is he probably hurt himself either like in warm-ups, practice, or something. It's weird. Just bored. Dumps it off. Here's Ennis. Remember, I think freshman year for Ennis, he scored a touchdown in Purdue. And it's Carnell. He is there. Got the pads on. No helmet though. He is in pads stuff, so he is there. Wonder if it's like a back to pass. Saying throws caught. Smith first down. Tap. 10 toes down, baby. 10 toes down. Oh, man. First and 10. Watch out. Don't crash into each other. The action. Rolls to his left. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing was downfield. No pressure. Oh, line, man. They stinking today, man. They just letting these dudes get right past them. God, I didn't think missing Padilla and Daniels would mean that much. Man. And dive at that goal line. 2nd and 10. Under center for Sayin. Hands it off. And West breaks free. First down. Man, talk about bowling ball. That's freaking Isaiah West right there. West is like a big back, too. Just runs through people. Good stuff. Good stuff. First and 10. Inside Purdue territory. That's Christian in motion. Dumps it off to Jeremiah. Blocking downfield. Gets near the first down. Maybe a yard or so shy. And there's Tate. I bet you it's a disciplinary thing. Because he's got the pads on. He's ready to go, but he's just not in the game right now. He doesn't even have his helmet in his hand. So I wonder if it's a disciplinary thing. I don't know what Carnell would have done to warrant being suspended for the first half, but yeah, it's interesting. Pistol formation. Moves the tackle, first down. Man, in so many cases, that play would have been like a 3-yard loss. And Jackson breaks through for a few yards, positive yardage, first down. So Lion is looking like a bunch of turnstiles at the airport. My God, man. I guess on the bright side, we get to see a lot of Bryson Rogers and company. But dang, it's weird about Tate, though. Like, Tate's got his jersey on, he's got the pads on and everything. Not hurt. I think it's a disciplinary thing. It's my theory. Saying throws. Smith, touchdown. Easy money. Easy money. Threw a damn dart right at him, and you can almost say it's too easy. Yeah, there was no way of stopping that, man. Jeremiah about to eat with no car now, which it's sad, but that's Jeremiah. Who else but Jeremiah? Extra point coming up, and it's good. 14-3. Blake Griffin says Evan Mobley gave him his "it's time to retire" moment. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, Blake, come on. You had no knees, brother. You should have retired like before you went to Boston. No, you should have retired after his stint in Detroit. He had no knees. That dude was flying around, dunking on everybody in his prime. I did what? How many ACL or knee injuries? He had no bounce. It's sad, but that's just the way it was with him. Yeah. Oh, Jeremiah, man, he's inevitable. And Jeremiah, dude, he's gonna shatter every record. I mean, he's already pretty much shattered every record at Ohio State. He's gonna make it to where you're gonna have to be like him, like a generational receiver like him to break his receiving records. I mean, he started as a freshman. Just imagine what he's gonna do as a junior. In year 2 of Julian. Oh my God. And just imagine dealing with Jeremiah, right? Think, oh, that's not too bad. It's only one guy. Ha ha ha. That's cute because next year, Chris Henry Jr., freshman, Caden Dixon Wyatt, freshman. You get another year of Mylan Graham, possibly, and then whoever else we keep around, like Porter. I was gonna say Ennis, but he's I don't know. He might stick around. And Ennis honestly sticking around for another year because he really hasn't done a whole lot, but he's been solid. We wouldn't go that high in the draft. Recruit a fullback. Facts. All right, so punt or kicks away, it'll be returned. Takes it just shy of the 25. I want the Sanders guy to be exposed. I call Colorado YouTube University because, obviously, Dion's He has a YouTube channel and he posts like daily videos over there. Honestly, it's a good channel. I mean, it's just like I'm just still kind of salty a little bit, admittedly, that London Merritt could have been a Buckeye. He could have been a part of this, and he wanted to go play for Colorado. So jokingly, kind of a salty little SOB. I was like, yeah, he wanted to go be on YouTube. I don't know why you'd want to go, flip to, oh, turn your head, Davison. Damn. Turn your freaking head, Davison. Turn your freaking head the other way, bro. Turn your freaking head the other way, dude. Here's the I Grabison. Davison, turn your head. Forget bang your head. For him, it's turn your head. It used to be a tradition. Every game where that would happen. Doesn't do it as much anymore. But as they say, bad habits, very hard to shake and get rid of. 1st and 10. Almost a one-handed catch against Lorenzo Styles. 2nd down. I mean, I don't really hate Colorado overall. They have some good players over there. It's like their fan base. YouTube University never made the playoffs or won a bowl game. YouTube University, that's funny. Rams activated Harrison Mavis. Thicker kicker. Oh. Ineligible man downfield. St. John the third. I think that's one of the guards. Dang. Back to pass. No pressure. Are you serious, guys? Houston coming around the edge. Damn. Come on, dude. Are you serious? Watch out. That's a hospital pass waiting to happen. Luckily, receiver really wasn't going that fast. That's a hospital pass if you catch that ball. My God. He wasn't hearing just footsteps. He was hearing a whole herd of. Okay, that luckily it was a clean tackle. I mean, just a glancing blow by the safety, but dangerous throw. Pressure, of course. 2nd and 15. 6:51 to go in the half. Man got and comes in another damn flag. Head around. God. That SpongeBob episode where Patrick won't turn around, because SpongeBob has a surprise for him, and all the citizens are like turn around, turn around. What is the mental gap with cornerbacks and not turning around? Oh, it's an ineligible receiver. Oh, okay. Okay, it's an offsetting penalty, but damn, Devin, your head. What is the just or turn your head, turn. Uh, Is your neck stuck? I get you be locked in on these receivers, but turn around, man. Turn on your freaking head. Throws. Oh, what? Jermaine Matthews gets the interception inside the 30. So, yeah, the penalty didn't even matter because there was an offsetting penalty, and then we get a turnover. What I'm talking about, Jermaine. Look at him just working, tipped off the hand. Yeah, Downs kind of hit the receiver as he was making the catch, and the ball bounced off the receiver's hands and into Matthews' hands, and then gets the interception. Buckeyes take over. It's got to be like the third interception we've gotten off of a tip pass. West gonna pull forward for about a gain of 3. Tip pass for a pick for the defense. Jermaine Matthews, man, that kid is something else. 2nd and 7. Hands it off to West. He's gonna roll forward. Keep pushing, my guy. He'll be about 2 yards shy. Isaiah West got freaking like he's got that mentality where I'm not gonna stop running. Ethan Onyanwa was in on that touchdown wearing 98 with no name. Why don't they on his jersey, I wonder? Oh, it's one of the switch jerseys. Because they say number 90 or whatever's in wearing number whatever. Makes sense. 5:18 to go here in the second, 3rd and 2. Hands it off, gets the first down. Inside the 20. Do I miss Nick Chubb? Yeah. But I mean, you watch him run, it's like, he looks just not the same. Tony Grimes. Wow. Oh, yeah. Ohio State offered Tony Grimes before Ryan Day's first game as full-time head coach. That's right. He went to North Carolina. He was bouncing around like crazy. He's still playing. 1st and 10. Bull is going to inside the 15. Actually, look him up. Curious. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Jerome Ford was reposting TikToks of people talking about how they're upset, how they're not happy at work. I'm like, that's funny. I think it's like anybody would want him. Who want me? Nobody. Because he's a bum. Hands the passes it wide open, but he can't freaking run. Got a few yards though. Giving it to a 4th string tight end. Come on now. He's got like bricks for feet or something. He can't freaking. Are you good, brother? He was wide open, freaking can't run. My God. If that's Max Clare or even Kasmerick. So it's only on while wearing 78. He's in at right tackle. Now they're watch out for Clare up top. We got timeout. A lot of confusion, so they want to make sure everything's clarified. Timeout, Ohio State. Tony Grimes. Okay, let's take a look. Tony Grimes. There we go. I'm guessing it's because of a back-to-back, Jacob. Yeah. And day here in a few weeks. We need to win this game at the line of scrimmage. Runs Donaldson 30 times. I need a Max Clare touchdown. Yeah, Tony Grimes was a 5-star commit out of Princess Anne in Virginia Beach. Yeah. He's labeled as a senior. UNLV last year, A&M before that, North Carolina before that. So 2022. And, he was offered by Ohio State before Ryan Day really took over. It's like he's been in college for a while, for like forever, but he's only been going at it since 2022. He's only a senior. That's actually insane. See if Ohio State can punch it in again. 3rd and 3. 6 receptions, 101 yards, and a touchdown today for Ohio State so far. For Jeremiah. Formation. Double tight ends. Jackson breaking defenders, gets the first down. He probably broke three tackles there. That would have been a loss. Fights his way for a first down. Easton goal. Hands it off again. Gets to the 5. All right, we got about 2 minutes to go in the first half already. Kevin every Sunday. Uh, Get back, guys. Okay. All righty. Man. All right. Let's see what the forums are saying. See if we get any update from the forums about why Tate is out. Buckeyes up 14-3. They're looking to make it 21-3 possibly here, heading into the half. Hmm. Yeah, I assume it's disciplinary because Tate has his pads on. He's got the jersey. He's got the fit on. He just doesn't have his helmet. That's it. And nobody's really mentioning it. Let me see if they're saying something in the game thread. Just look at the jerseys before the game. Ohio State looking to punch it in again here. Of course, this was set up by the interception by Jermaine Matthews. Second and goal. Jackson gets to the 3 to gain 2. Well, 1:35 to go. All right. Keen Holes is in the game. This is interesting. Lincoln's going to run it in for the touchdown. Lincoln Keenholz QB keeper touchdown. Snap, up, and good. 21-3 Buckeyes. So they turned that Jermaine Matthews pick into a touchdown for Keenholz. A lot of people were kind of surprised he stuck around. But I like it, I mean, he's like, I'm going to get my opportunity at some point, I'm sure. Not like Devin Brown. That dude dipped to Cal and got beat out by a freshman. Tough. Tough, tough, tough. Right, once again, let's take a look at the score update. Oh, it's Tavian St. Clair. Obviously, he's suited and booted, ready to go in case he gets a chance, which I doubt he would. He officially lost his black stripe, I think, earlier in the season, so he's technically now officially part of the team. I always like to say the black stripe is like training wheels. And given how deep we are into the season, if you lose a black stripe at this point, you're probably going to play a little bit. You might see some run out there. 38-7 Georgia, no surprise. Middle of the third quarter against Mississippi State. Indiana over Penn State, 3:44 to go in the third. That's not too shocking either. Penn State stinks. But I wonder if they'll keep it close with Indiana. Another handoff. Eaten up, loss of a yard. 16-0 Texas Tech. Okay, cool, awesome. 35-0 Ole Miss. Yeah, whatever. Okay, what else do we got here? 19-0 Texas Tech. Damn. Okay. 24-6 SMU. 19-16 West Virginia over Colorado. West Virginia is driving. 2nd and 10. James Madison up 28-12 over Marshall. 14-13 Army over Temple. 35-0 Ole Miss. No surprise. I mean, they're facing Citadel. I mean, hey, I mean, SEC loves those late season cupcake games. They're getting rid of those next year because they're going to go to 9 conference games. That'll be interesting. It'll be just like what the Big Ten does, most likely. 2nd and 11 gets about 3. How about Ohio State? Well, they used up their other 2. Okay, I didn't even realize. So they have no more timeouts. Up 21-3. It's crazy because Ohio State makes this stuff look so easy. Like, it's the Browns. And they make offense look like rocket science. The Buckeyes, it's just flow easy. But I mean, it's college, different kind of game. You got youngsters and stuff. People always say, "Oh yeah, the Buckeyes would beat the Browns." The Buckeyes have like maybe a dozen NFL caliber players yearly. The Browns obviously have 22 NFL players on the field at all times. Back to pass. And it's 3rd down. They say ball's out, but it was incomplete. By the way, Arvell Reese is out there, so that's good. I mean, could you just imagine the damage that Myles Garrett would do to Ohio State if the Browns played the Buckeyes? Myles would break the single game sack record. We're talking about youngsters, right? College kids against grown ass men. The only chance Ohio State would have is Jeremiah Smith. But Denzel Ward putting the clamps on him. Yeah, Jeremiah's amazing. But you know who else is? Denzel Ward. Heck, Jimmy John's? Hey, toasted pizza sandwiches. Don't tease me with a good time, Jimmy John's. Even because the Jimmy John's even in my area at all, like anywhere near me. So 47 seconds to go. 1st and 10. I want to see him try to do a deep ball to Jeremiah one time. 1st and 10. At their own 24. With the pass. Saying lets it rip. And it's incomplete, trying to go to Rodgers. That's his 2nd incompletion of the game. Again, still no Cornell Tate. And if he doesn't come out for the 3rd quarter, then I'm a little worried. It's like, okay, what did he do? I want to see him get Jeremiah wide open one time. I want to see it so bad. 2nd and 10. Steps up. Throws. Got it to Claire. Near a 1st down. They'll give him about 9. Right? Or did he get the 1st? 1st down. Max Claire, man. It's kind of shocking he hasn't gotten in the end zone more, but, considering the weapons, he's probably just, because he's still got another year left, I think, too. He's in a loaded offense. It's like saying he's going to run to the right and he's going to run downfield. and he'll get the first down and run out of bounds. 25 seconds to go. I think at minimum we end up with 3 points here, but I think they're going to try and go to the end zone. Yeah, I think they're going to try to go to the end zone here. Both in the backfield with Sayin. Still no Carnell. It's probably something like Schmidt. Sayin throws. That's Claire again. Gets out of bounds. 19 seconds to go. Me, Darius, and Larry Nance. Well, Larry's questionable with a knee contusion. Darius is out with injury management coming off that back to back. And then Dean Wade's out with the is questionable with an eye contusion. Okay. Bennett's Peoples. He actually low key stopped. That's like what happens when you're playing Madden or whatever, and your hand's on the stick, and you slip, and your guy stops for a second. I hate when you're playing college football or any McMadden, and you switch to a corner, right? Like you're controlling a D end or something. You switch to a corner, and the guy stops. All right, 12 seconds to go inside the 40 at the 39. Empty backfield for Sayin here. Throws. Caught by Smith. Out of bounds. 8 seconds to go. Yeah, they're gonna settle for a field goal on this drive. Under 10 toes down. 10 toes down. Oh, look at all the glass in between. No doubt about it. Look at all that green in between. And yep, here's the kicker now. Jaden Fielding, career long 47 yards. This is a 49-yard attempt. And it is good from 49. Career long for Jaden Fielding. That was the plan all along, too. I know that for a fact. Just based off of what they were doing. Yeah, that was the plan. Near a 50-yard field goal. We haven't hit a 50-yarder field goal in any game in ages. It's good though, setting him up. But we're gonna need him at some point, I'm sure. See if he can do it. And he did. Oh, he was cramping up or tight during warm-ups. I see. So that's from Pete Nakos from earlier. 28 minutes ago. I guess he was tightened up a little bit. And he was held out for a caution. So there's a little squib kick. And that'll do it for the first half. At the half, 24-3 Buckeyes lead. Awesome. Julian Sayin once again being extremely efficient. That's what you like to see out of your quarterback. So yeah, Ryan Day just confirmed no Carnell Tate. Tate is out with yeah. Is out. I figured it was something that happened during warmups. Hey, I mean, I don't want to press it. Oh, you need him. You need him to be 100%. You don't want to put him out there and then have him re-aggravate something. Here's something in his leg. That's all you'd need to do. We would really be kicking ourselves. Besides, we have depth. That's why having depth is so important. All right, so let's get the stats and then we'll look at other scores. 22-16 West Virginia late in the third quarter. Let's get the stats from this game. Oh, 20-10, Indiana leading. Ooh. Ooh, wow. They're going into the fourth quarter, up by 10. Insane. 15 of 17, 182 yards and a touchdown. Bo Jackson, 8 carries, 33 yards. Isaiah West, 5 for 26. CJ Donaldson, 3 carries, 7 yards and a touchdown. Lincoln Keenholz came in, 1 play, 3-yard carry, touchdown. Not much else to really say from the running game. Jeremiah Smith with no Carnell Tate today because he was like, I guess his leg was tightened up. Then probably muscle tightness. Actually cramping, kind of. Yeah. 7 receptions, 109 yards, and a touchdown for Jeremiah. Max Clare, 3 for 34. Ennis, 2 for 14. Peoples, 1 for 12. Rogers, 1 for 11. Nate Roberts, 1 reception for 2 yards, but he doesn't know how to run. Stumbled when there was nobody around. Oh wait. Defensively, no sacks, but we have the interception by Jermaine Matthews. For Purdue, Ryan Brown, 8 of 15, 67 yards and a pick. Ryan Brown's actually the leading rusher. 2 carries, 17 yards. Malachi Thomas, 4 for 15. Harris, 4 for 11. And then Singleton, 1 for -1 yard. Rico Walker, 1 reception, 30 yards. Tuggle, 2 for 15. Jackson, 3 for 15. Harris, 2 for 7. And then they have 1 sack from Manny Powell. And that's it. All right, let's get some other scores. Let's see these other scores, shall we? Indiana up 20-10 after 3. Grunkmeyer, 15 of 21, 151 yards and a pick. Hemby, 12 carries, 55 yards, leading the way for Indiana. But yeah, 20-10 Indiana up. They got the ball 4th and 9. Wow. 19-0 Texas Tech. Yeah. And then, yeah, nothing else really going on here. 31-6 SMU. 28-20 James Madison. Yeah. Nothing else really going on from the early games. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Okay. Let's, hmm. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. Ohio State up 24-3 at halftime. Off to a sluggish start, but they picked it up. And now it's time to really blow the doors off these guys and get these backups in there so we don't have to worry about any more guys getting hurt. The big development, of course, Carnell Tate out for the game. I think he had something like act up on him during warmups. I mean, it's Purdue. We're up by a lot. I mean, it's cool. Give him his like little bye week, I guess. You know, get him ready for the stretch run. Don't want to test anything, right? That's all they need to do. Play him and then have him get hurt even more. That's all they would have needed. We'd never let it down. Playing him in a blowout. All right. Let's see how the almighty receiving core at Indiana is doing. Let's see how they're doing today, because you know Indiana fans talk like their receiving core is better than ours. Charlie Becker, 5 receptions, 88 yards. Riley Nowakowski, 2 for 22. Omar Cooper, 4 for 3 yards. They ain't doing nothing. Penn State shutting their ass down. Only problem is, Fernando Mendoza and Kalen Black have two rushing touchdowns combined. So the receivers ain't doing nothing. Look at what our receiving core did. Yeah. So yeah, our game is probably going to end right around the end of the first quarter of the 3:30 games. I'm going to be mainly watching Oregon Iowa because you look at that game and you look at the ramifications in the standings. The loser for that game would have 2 conference losses. Well, definitely if it's Oregon. Oregon loses, that's 2 conference losses. I think they'd still be kind of alive for the Big Ten championship, but they would need a lot of chaos to happen. Iowa, I think they're 4-1 in the conference as well. So again, loser would be up against the grindstone. Because 2 conference losses in the Big Ten right now, given how there's like 3 or 4 games left for most teams, that's tough. Iowa has USC, Sparty, and Nebraska with no Dylan Raiola. So they could easily win out if they win today. Oregon, Minnesota, USC, Washington. Ooh. Washington ain't no slouch. Washington definitely is not a slouch at all. Neither is USC, really. Their defense stinks, though. Minnesota, blah. Although, funny enough, Minnesota's 4-2 in the conference, so things are getting tight. That's for sure. Rich Rodriguez. 2017. Indiana's up. Uh-oh. Here comes Penn State. Uh-oh. Oh. Nittany Lions just scored to cut it to a touchdown. Cut it to a 3-point lead. Wow. Nick Singleton. Middle for the touchdown. He has 2 touchdowns today. If Indiana loses today, that's going to be funny as hell. West Virginia and Colorado are having a mid-off right now. 22-19, West Virginia leads. BYU getting blanked by Texas Tech. That's tough. That's tough, man. BYU does this, I think. They did this last year. Had a great start and then blanked. Ah. All right. You know what? I'm going to switch it over to that Penn State game. Colorado actually loses this game to West Virginia. Obviously, their season's over because 6 wins gets you a bowl game. They would have 6 losses, so yeah, they can't win. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to get to a bowl game because they have a bye week coming up too. Hmm. This sack, big sack. That's Grant from West Virginia. Arguably their best player up front too. What's that kid doing? Oh, all right. Both teams in this game starting freshmen. Ooh. Incomplete. 3rd down. And there's a flag down, of course. False start. Damn. YouTube University might be losing, could possibly lose this game to friggin' West Virginia. West Virginia. Hey, John Denver. Right there. Yeah, he budged. 38-14, Georgia. Wow. A loss of like 2-3 yards. Tough. Colorado's so ass, dude. YouTube University. That's what I'm calling them. YouTube University, because that's what they are. Right? They were carried by Shador and Travis Hunter. Every offseason, their fans out here gloat talking about, oh, we're going to win a natty. Like, you ain't winning nothing. Like, do you realize what Ohio State would do to these guys? Incomplete. Like, Ohio State would run through Colorado like nothing. Wouldn't be able to stop Jeremiah Smith. Our run game is mid, but oh, there's a flag down. Pass interference. Yeah, that was pretty clear. Sincere Brown, pass interference. We saw that. Real time. All right. Think the Rams are going to lose tomorrow night because of their kicker, Mevis? The thicker kicker. Well, actually, he is the thicker kicker. He's a big boy. Wow. Josh Perry says, "God had fun making Jeremiah Smith." You know, you'd be like, "What's this story?" Fun fact: Jeremiah was cut from his youth football team when he was 7. Oh, what did Mendoza do? Pick? Intercepted! Fernando Mendoza intercepted by Mack. Return 1 yard. First down, Penn State. Dude, Penn State, bro. Please, Penn State, Nittany Lions, beat Indiana. That'd be hilarious. The most hilarious thing ever. All right, so we're getting ready for the third quarter. I need Gluckmeyer to cook. Welcome, buddy. Jeremiah again. No Cornell Tate. He, I guess, had something happen. Like he must have had like a tight hamstring or something. He was kind of feeling tight, as they say. Wasn't loose, and holding him out for caution. I mean, it's 24-3. I mean, it's Purdue. You want to make sure he's ready to go for the long run. This is why having depth is so freaking important these days. Even more important than anything now. So Ohio State will get the ball to start the second half. They ended the first half with that field goal. 49-yarder from Jaden Fielding. Kick is away into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Only 6-6 Texas Tech. BYU finally got in the end zone. Darden 5. Buckmeyer to Dinkins. First and 10. Tron Allen run up the middle, 5 yards. First down, Nittany Lions. First and 10. Staying. Quick pass to Jeremiah. He's got blockers, so get to the 30. This is where having multi-view would have been amazing, but nah. The Fubo. I got the Fubo. Give me the Fubo, baby. There's the Indiana Penn State game. Okay. All right. Second and 5. Play action. Dumps it off. This is Claire first down. Stiff arms the dude and gets those extra yards. First and 10. Apple, yeah. 9-yard gain. Second and 1 for Penn State. Ooh, false start. Eesh. Second and 8. Wow. Hands it off. Jackson. Bridge. down. Well, he's close to a first down, about a yard shy. Oh yeah, last year, Claire against, is that Penn State? Oh yeah, yeah, Claire hooked against last year, man. He was like one of the main threats. Now he's a key piece. 73 receptions, 881 yards, 4 touchdowns. Allen inside on Penn State. Singleton. Back to pass. Sayin. Oh, just too tall for the Claire. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. I told you guys last week when we faced them. Yeah, their team stinks, but they still got some great players. Allen and Singleton, man. And about to lose to freaking Kurt Signetti, cringe butt. Google me. I win. I win. Google me. Now, if they lose, if Penn State holds on, that makes things very interesting in the Big Ten. Hands it off, first down. We just the last little lunge. Now Slusher, former Colorado Buffalo, mind you. Feels like he's been around a bit. First and 10. Shotgun for Sayin. By action. Loads up. Now he's going to take off. Throws it up top. That's Jackson near a first down. They want to player, but I guess he went away from that look. First and 10. Pistol formation. Hands it off. Right up the gut. Good chunk of yards. Saturday night. Big time Saturday night. Big time Saturday night. Shotgun for Sayin. Back to pass. Loads up, and he's going to roll to his left and just throw it away. 4-5. Big time Saturday night. Big time Saturday night. To pass. Sayin wide open. That's Bryson Rogers. First down inside the 20. You about to score again? Or was that from before? That's from before. Never mind. Yeah, that's from before. It hasn't updated yet. Okay. And we have a false start. Ennis had his wires crossed. Must have not got the memo. Yeah. Hmm. Nice. 69. That's going to be on one of the O linemen. Okay. That's I think Hinsman. I'm pretty sure. That's more. 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 First and 15. Here's the handoff. Peoples breaks. Oh, he's still going. Peoples, keep those legs going then. Got the Penn State game on my computer right now. I'm watching it. 24-20 Penn State leads. 6 minutes to go in the game out in Happy Valley against the Hoosiers. 2nd and 9 inside the 20. Play action. Dumps it off. Oh, yeah. Peoples got blown up. Hit instantly. Trying to dump off pass, and it failed miserably. 11. There's nobody really blocking downfield, really. Nobody was really blocking him downfield. 3rd and 11. And Mendoza gets sacked from behind. That's Dennis Sutton. Ah! Back to pass, saying throws, caught. That's Ennis. First down and more. Gets a little extra yardage. 1 extra yard. Is that another sack by Dennis Sutton? Damn. Oh, there's the shirtless crew for Penn State. A different kind of whiteout. No shirts. Reminds me of EDP, that one video. Repeat, repeat. Inside the 10. Hands it off to Ennis on a sweep. Gets to the 4-yard line. Oh, did a Super Bowl. Repeat, repeat. So they have game on Penn State. I'm sorry, on Indiana. False starts. 67 offensive plays. 12-game pace this season. FBS average is about 800. We're at 730 something. 15 play drive. 7 minutes have been eaten up. And Peoples loses about 2 yards. Broken up. Incomplete for Indiana. 4th down and 16. 4 minutes to go. Indiana punting. Penn State can put the game away with a couple first downs, really. Although Indiana does have 3 timeouts, so they would need one of those legacy drives like what we saw from Will Howard last year against Penn State, where we went down the field, just gashed them left and right. 3rd and goal. Shotgun, back to pass. Rolls to his right. Looking. Picked off. What are you looking at, Julian? Damn. There's nothing there. The hell were you looking at, Julian? Oh, no, that cupcake 4405. You know what, Julian? Again, what was he looking at? There's nobody even around. So he probably could have ran it for. Yeah, he was trying to force it to somebody, and there was trying to go to Ennis or something, and there was like 3 black helmets in the area. That's the first WTF throw of the day for Saiyan. I don't know what he was looking for there. Yeah. Jim Knowles to hook us up one time, possibly. Unless the Nittany Lion offense can get the first down, get a few first downs. Yeah. Let's do a quick checkup on YouTube University. 29-19 West Virginia. Yeah, West Virginia now. Oh, but here's Colorado. 29-19. Bro. Simpson is your Heisman Trophy winner. I don't know what the heck Julian was looking for there. Could have just thrown it away or, ran it for a few yards, set us up for a fourth down conversion. We forced something to clearly something that wasn't there. Yeah. 2 minutes to go, 29-19, West Virginia. Colorado is booty juice. They're not even going to make a bowl game. All that talent and not going to make a bowl game. 3rd and 2, 3:01 to go for Penn State. First down. Now, if they're smart, they wouldn't snap it again until 2:20, 2:19 or so to go. And Purdue takes over. Yeah, I don't know what Julian was looking for there. If I could see through his eyes, what the heck was he looking for? Oh, I know what he was looking for. He was trying to force it to Innis or Smith in the end zone, but problem was there was like 3 or 4 defenders in the area. I don't know why you're even trying to throw that there. They probably could have ran it for a solid gain, and that would have set him up for a fourth down conversion. Hey, it happens. Back to pass, pressure, and he's going to take off. Gets the first down. Goes look at the top 10 in the CFP. It's Texas A&M plays in a few minutes here against Missouri. Alabama tonight against LSU. Rose caught short of the first down. .214 to go, 2nd and 10 for Penn State, up by 4. Indiana has 1 timeout remaining. Then there's a 2-minute warning, too. Gets about a few yards. No. Yeah, Julian's probably kicking himself watching that play on tape because it's like, what were you looking at? Should have thrown it out of bounds, set us up for a field goal, chip shot, or you could have ran it for a few yards, got us within the 5, set us up for a fourth down conversion. But he tried to force it. And that's a stop. Big K Mac. Loss of a yard or 2, fourth down. And that's the final timeout for Indiana. 2:09 to go. They're going to have no timeouts. And if Penn State gets a first down here, that might be game. They got to get a stop on 3rd and 10. That's tough. As they say, beating Penn State isn't for everybody. 1993, Penn State, Indiana. Wow. 38-31 Penn State. God. Penn State's trying to I guess maintain possible bowl eligibility. Technically, I guess. Yeah, that's not even like it wasn't even like tipped. It was straight up. He threw it right to the defender. Jenny Taft said Indiana has never won here. Kurt Signetti, this team has never played here. He's so cringe. People be like, oh, I love him so much, man. Nah, he's cringe. He's a guy that would just fuel the other team with bulletin board material. 2 minutes to go, 24-20, Penn State leads. Yeah, that might be cooked, man. I don't know. This first interception since week 3. You know what happened? Saying saw Mendoza throw the pick, and I was like, we can throw you one that's dumber in the end zone. Pat Schumer is Colorado Buffalo's offensive coordinator. No, we're not hiring Pat Schumer. No. But their season's practically done because you lose to West Virginia on the road. They're done for. They're done. The team stinks. YouTube University. That's what they are. That's Colorado. YouTube University. Mercenary. Like their team is a bunch of mercenaries. Transfer portal U. 4th and 3. Punt unit out for Purdue. Watch out for the fake. Punts away. Ennis will fair catch. Buckeyes get it back. Kurt H.C. Sanders, QB. Browns will be on ESPN every day. October 22nd, 2016. Penn State beat Ohio State. Oh my God. What? They got to bring that game up? Blocked punt or blocked kick. Yeah. 24-20. Penn State over Indiana. 2 minutes to go. 4th and 7. So Indiana's going to have the ball back with less than 2 minutes to go and no timeouts. But of course, with the way they have it now, you get a first down inside the 2-minute warning, the clock stops. Obviously, Indiana turns the ball over, and there's a false start. Indiana turns the ball over, then that's pretty much it. But I could see Indiana winning very, very closely, like by a touchdown late. And I better not hear a word from their fans because people got on us for barely beating Penn State by 24 last week. Game on the line, man or mouse. Chance Coleman was playing because I could say, yeah, this dude really wants to be a Buckeye. He's going to be out here freaking beating these guys up. But he's not playing today. You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the Chaz Coleman or Penn State defensive end or edge rusher. Chaz Coleman will enter the transfer portal. When he does, Ohio State's probably going to be right in the front of the line. I guarantee it. 3 career fourth quarter game winning drives. Last one was against Oregon, October 11th. or whatever. Mendoza back to pass. She's coming and he's going down. Sack for Penn State. I don't know who 28 is, but he's doing a. And now they have to run back up to the line here. 2nd and 17. Back to pass. Mendoza throws. Oh, it's caught. First down. Classic. Big sack. Give it the first down. No, that wasn't Durant. They don't have a Durant, do they? They used to. That's not Coleman. No. 2nd and 10. Hands it off. Isaiah West gets past the 20. Gets about 8 yards. 2nd and 2. I love when I get that right. Look on from Mendoza. Back to pass. Throws. Caught. Again, they have to get a touchdown. No field goals. Catch by. Oh, look, it's Nate Roberts again. 28. I was Zane Durant. I was like, that is Durant, is it? Yeah, it's Zane Durant for Penn State who got the sack. Literally just guessed and I got it right. Pretty good at that stuff. Just guessing and getting it right on that stuff. 1st and 10. Oh, Mendoza missed his man wide open going down the field. Got a flag. Why are we running the ball so much? Damn. Got a flag down in the Ohio State game. Holding on Roberts. We're seeing it. Oh, Roberts can't even stay on his feet. He's trying to be Austin Hooper. Mendoza, deep throw. Caught. My God, this dude Knowles. Minute 7 to go. Wow. 4 penalties on the Buckeyes, 2 on the Boilermakers. Shotgun for Sayin. Nobody really open. He throws. Caught by Smith. Hey, Smith, go forward. Where are you going, bro? Why are we running backwards? We'll do like, there's like weird detour where they run like 10 yards backwards. Do that in the NFL. Coaches are going to be up your butt saying, what are you doing, man? There's Carnell being held out today due to, I guess, like tightness. Back to pass. Mendoza throws. What? Yeah. Penn State's going to lose because Noah sucks as a DC, bro. Throws. Caught. That's Smith. First down. Past the 40. Buckeye drive continues. 48 seconds to go. Gross. Here's a handoff, and you'll get a good chunk of yards near the first. Oh, they're going to get the extra push for the first down. Wow. Oh, dude, they are picking on this freaking Penn State secondary right now. 1st and goal, 48 seconds to go. Mendoza. State fans, you guys are experiencing what we had to go through with Knowles, especially in his first year. Saying back to pass, throws, caught, wide open. That's Mylan Graham, first down. 25 seconds to go in the third. He was tipped, second down for Indiana. I need Indiana to get, I need a sack or something by Penn State here. There's tipped. Nice. All right, that'll do it for the third quarter. Buckeyes up 24-3 and threatening again. I think they're more or less just in eating up clock and no. What happened? Oh, timeout Penn State. I looked back and I was like, oh no. But no, they called timeout before. Ooh, Smith got so lucky there. That's so lucky. Jim Knowles. You know, Buckeye fans were pissed when he left, when he, you know, in the fashion that he did. But watching this, it's like, well, that's Jim Knowles for you. This defense is so complex. It needs like 2 years, like 2 full off seasons to get everything right. Yeah, Tate hurt himself in warmups. So Ryan Day being safe, given where we are in the season, you know, you don't want to risk, you know, further aggravation. So they just held him out for caution. He's all right though. He's on the sideline. It's just that he has tightness. Second and goal for Indiana. Shotgun from Mendoza. Back to pass. Pressured. Ball's tipped. Intercepted. Who was that coming off the edge for a PSU, man? My God. One of their linebackers, 16, came free and hit the arm right as it went up. What the heck? He's like, heck was that, Mendoza? He's like, oh, contorted. Dead body. Hey, you want to see a dead body? For third and goal. It's definitely going to be a 4-down territory here. Field goal won't do you any good. Might get a sack. Shotgun Mendoza. Knowles bringing the pressure. Pressure coming. Pushed out. Touchdown. Wow, I thought he was pushed out. Damn. Omar Cooper, back of the end zone. Knowles brings the heat and they still give it up. That's tough. Let's see, though. Oh, I think he was out. His 1 foot touched out of bounds first. Then again, his other foot touched. This is close. Holy crap. Ah, ah, ah. That is close as hell. I don't know. Because you only need 1 foot in. That's probably a touchdown by like the margins. The kid's like, no, 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 incomplete, incomplete. Da, 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 da. No, 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 no. That's going to be a touchdown. Good catch by Indiana. Freaking Knowles. Classic. Oh, here's West. Breaking free. You know, West should have just kept going to his left. I don't know why he went to his right. He went towards the traffic. You go away from that stuff. Yeah. His right foot was barely touching the ground. That's a touchdown. Yeah. Yeah, it's a touchdown for Cooper. It's a tough ass play though. Throws over everybody's head, trying to go to Claire, who was wide open. Freaking Jim Knowles. Jim Knowles. Got a sack in their own territory. Remember that? And then they proceeded to get diced up afterwards. Touchdown. Yep. Wentz gets eaten up, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Wow. Jim Knowles defense. Classic Jim Knowles defense, man. We know that all too well. 36 seconds to go in that game. That's tough. West Virginia won 29-22. Damn. Wow. Damn. Back to pass, saying sack. Come on! This offense is like, nah, we're just not going to do much at all. God. Like, there's like no intensity in this offense today. Nobody bothers to block. Shabola. Trash. Goal attempt. Up and good. 27-3. Yeah, the offense is just like, we're done. Offense is like, pack it up and go home. They don't want to. They're bored. That's what it is. The Buckeye offense is bored. Wow. State has one timeout left. All they got to do is get probably what inside the Indiana 40 to get a good look at a field goal. I don't know how good Penn State's field goal kicker is. I don't know how good he is. Are they even going to have a chance, though? That's the thing. Yeah, get out of bounds. There you go. Good idea. Hmm. Meyer back to pass. Chucks it up to nobody out of bounds. Yeah, they're not even going to get anywhere near the field goal range. And we kind of would love to see Penn State win. They go out like a bunch of, you know whats. They're a bunch of mice. Are you a man or a mouse? Clearly, they are a bunch of mice. Scary little mice. First down, near the 50. All right, 20 seconds to go. Ooh, the dramatics. About 41 to go here in the fourth quarter. 11 play, 58-yard drive for Ohio State. They used their last time out. Penn State does. Kicks away. And it'll go into the end zone. Touchback. I'm calling both games. All right. Next week, Ohio State will be back at home in the Horseshoe against UCLA Saturday night. That's probably going to be the biggest recruiting weekend of the year during the season. At this point, it's always going to be like that. But given how close we are to signing day, I don't know what they're going to do about the Rutgers game. That'll be like an afternoon game, I assume. First and 10. Back to pass. There's a flag, free play. And did he catch that? No, we did not. But it's a free play for Penn State. Yep, offsides. Third down. 15 seconds to go. Grunkmeyer. Yeah, right there. Just moved a little bit over the line. Not by much, though. I've seen worse. First and 5. Yeah, they have to get inside their 40 to confidently get a chance at a field goal here. Throws. And oh, but he missed him. 5 was wide ass open. How do you freaking miss him? Not Grunkmeyer. Drunkmeyer. Second down. I don't know if this. Can you trust this kicker to kick it as far as this would be? This would probably be like a damn near 50-yarder. They're just a hair inside the 52. Back to pass. Backwards pass out of bounds. Now you got to try it. You're going to have to try it here. Unless you try to take a shot at the end zone. It's third down, so I mean, I assume they're just going to take a shot at the end zone. Throws and it's incomplete. I think Benosin on the coverage. Better coverage that time. Yeah, they're going to go take a shot at the end zone here, I think. Throws it deep. Nope, not even close. Tense game. Indiana wins. Jim Knowles strikes again. That's tough. Didn't even get in field goal range. Jim Knowles will pay for his sins. Bro. Jim Knowles, man. Old man. Sooners have no chance because they need to head to Bama next week. Yeah, I mean, you can have a chance. Don't sleep on John Mateer though, but I don't know. Back to pass, throws, and it's incomplete. Coverage by McLean. Fourth down. Yeah, good coverage. So Indiana escapes with a 4-point win over weak bum ass freaking Penn State. And now their fans are going to come out here and say that they're amazing. But we beat them by 20 something last week. So, I mean, yeah. And they needed a classic Jim Knowles implosion to actually beat Penn State. If they would have still had Manny Diaz, I bet you they win that game. All right, Ohio State gets it back. If I'm committed to Penn State, I'm dipping out of there. Freaking weak loser. As an Ohio State fan, we saw that from Jim Knowles' defense way too many times. You need him to get him stopped to win a game? Ha! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Can't do that. His defense is so complex it takes like a couple years to actually learn the scheme. Well, better not hear crap from their fans this week though, because we beat Penn State by 20 plus, right? They pulled that late game bullshit again, right? He did. He really did though. He pulled that crap again. Jim Knowles, man. Unserious. Hurricanes did punt the ball to Syracuse. Yep. 1st and 10. Saying back to pass. Throws. Caught by Claire. First down. He's having a fantastic game today. I'd like to see him get in the end zone one time. No game. Penn State, Texas Tech beat BYU 29-7. Gives BYU their first loss of the season. I think that kind of thing happened last year too. They got hot to start and then they just fell apart at the end. 2nd and 10, 10:31 to go in the game. Here's Jackson around the edge. First down and more. All right. 26 of 32, 297 yards and a touchdown for Julian Sand. 27-3. Been very even in play calling. 35 runs, 32 passes. Here's Bo Jackson. First down to the 20. Nice pass. That's to Thurman. We haven't seen him a whole lot lately, and he gets a catch for a couple yards. Gain of 6 or so. Hmm. At 4. Bulls gets near the first down. I believe he got it. Uh, First and goal, 7:54 to go. I want to see Claire get in the end zone. That'd be awesome. But he's not on the field right now. Hands it off. Peoples to the 5-ish yard line. Smiling Graham. Good to see the depth that we have. Seven 11 and counting. Shotgun. Donaldson. You see there's Smith on the bottom of the screen. Donaldson feeding his way into the end zone. He's about a yard shy. He almost got in there on pure determination alone. The thing is, though, Chua, they could lose the rest of their games. That's how bad they are. Under center, I formation. Hands it off. Touchdown. CJ Donaldson. Second touchdown of the afternoon for CJ. Up and good. 34-3. I know, right, Captain? I literally said, I mean, he better be in here from when we're beating the crap out of these guys, and now he disappeared. Like I said he would. I said he would. Go back at the beginning of the stream when he was in here running his mouth. Oh, they're gonna blow you out. Yeah. Look what happened. You know he's watching too. I know he is. I love oil money. Oh my god, that's great. I love oil money. Hey, drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill. Oh, that's wonderful. But yeah, that Marlins fan, he went to go do something else. He hasn't been in here, I think, the entire second half. Went exactly as I thought. We take control and then he dips out of the chat. Man, the law of Gus Johnson. Yeah, the stadium is like 95% scarlet and gray now. Trade on Bessinger, committed to Iowa. Cool. Good for him. Kick is away. Back. 34-3 Buckeyes. 61 offensive plays since the first quarter. Purdue's only had 17. Streaming the Cavs? No. No. Shotgun. Back to pass. Dumps it off, and he'll get about 2. Maybe 3 yards. Shotgun for Brown. Another handoff. Gets about 6. Okay, they said 7. All right, first down. I have 18 and counting. Yeah, at this point, they got a lot of bench guys in the game. I see like Zion Grady's out there. I think Aaron Scott's out there. Purdue called timeout. I didn't even notice. Too locked in with the game. Browns Jets, of course, I'm streaming that game. I'm just not doing the Cavs tonight because I'm watching college football. Saturdays are for college football. 2nd and 2. Ballmer came out, but regardless. First down. 4:27 to go. First and 10. Here's a handoff. We'll get about 8 yards. Shut down for Brown. And oh, Zion Grady almost blew it up in the backfield. 10 in the CFP poll, of course, Ohio State's winning. Indiana escaped against Purdue, against Penn State. Oregon just started. USC won last night. Iowa is tied. Washington, they're coming up next against Wisconsin. And the team up north is on a bye. It's a loss of 2. The big guy making a play in the backfield. Wow, Carter Lowe and Isaiah Kema were new additions to the travel roster for this game today, given the injuries and such. That's cool. Hands it off. Gets it's a line of scrimmage. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Late flag. On your microphone. Face mask guy on number 5. That's on Scott. Oh, that's tough. Urinating tree. Talking about Penn State earlier. Good Oregon due to Aller pick. UCLA lost. They're done. Lose back-to-back 20-plus point favorite games. All are out for the year. Top recruits decommitting. James Franklin canned, $49 million buyout. Top recruits continue to decommit. Lose on final draft to Iowa. Still Ohio State's bitch. Classic. You know. Have a chance at a feel-good redemption win against Indiana. And they fall victim to the Mendoza line? Okay. That's all they do is lose in heartbreaking fashion. And get your teeth kicked in by Ohio State. Again. Someone on Twitter says Mike. Oh. Joe Paterno looking up, smiling. Looking up. Yeah, of course. It's Wisconsin. That Jet Fish walking in. Yeah, Jet Fish walking in the building. There were 45 minutes from kickoff and against Wisconsin. Oh, of course. Of course, there's a Team North fan there. Did Buddy get lost? Is he bored? Reminds me of the Drake May interception versus. Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That's low key. Good point. 2 minutes to go. 1st and 10. New quarterback in the game. That's a big hit. There's a flag. It's on Atkinson or whatever. Bo. So we were just gifting him free 15 yards. First and goal, 1:49 to go. I would love a turnover right here. Touchdown. Sure. Yeah, it's against backups, so I don't really care. It's against backups. Who cares? Freaking, who the heck is even 28? Oh well. Oh well, they get a feel good little. Oh, look at us. We get a charity touchdown. 34-10, Buckeyes lead. All right, so yeah, this game's pretty much over at this point. But again, I'll be live tomorrow on the main channel for Browns and Jets. Minute 45 left. You know what's going to come in now. So Saiyans day is done. Ohio State's going to improve to 9-0 on the year. UCLA next week at home. A few yards. By 7 of 33, 303 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Whenever we play against Purdue on the road, we always look like this team looks like they're half asleep. Which, like I said, playing at these high school esque stadiums, very small. This stadium, Ryan Field, Kinnick. Well, Kinnick's a bigger stadium, but especially the old Ryan Field and Ross-Ade. You could honestly argue Illinois too. It's easy to go in there and just not feel the good vibes because smaller stadium, different kind of feel to it. All right, yep, one more snap and that'll do it. Pistol formation. Hands it off. Peoples gets about and a few, and that'll do it. Ohio State will improve to 9-0 on the season. UCLA coming up next week under the lights at the shoe. Should be a good one. So, of course, I'm going to wrap this video up and get to work on my recap video. And we'll see what happens in recruiting, right? So, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Shout out to everybody who came through tonight or today. As always, shout out to Jets, Stephen Rose, Captain Fox, West Virginia Pirates fan, Chua. Yeah, shout out to everybody who came through. Jacob, Dashi even came through for a second. Of course, Jacob. Yeah, Rays hopped in for a minute. Fox. Shout out to everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Browns and Jets. Go Buckeyes. I'm Crazy Dog. And I'm out. Bye. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.